When a movie comes out that everybody's hyping, it's usually trash. This is one of the rare cases that it's not. Extraction 2 is a gritty action movie that we need from time to time. If you like part 1, you're definitely going to like part 2. Like, the Russo brothers are not playing around. Can we talk about Chris Hemsworth? Marvel, you had this and you turned him into a bumbling fool. Like, imagine a Thor movie where there are enemies and strong guys that will mess Thor up like the same way Tyler gets messed up in his movies. Like, do you have any idea what I can do to hammer? Not even a magical one. The movie is in the title, Extraction. So you get someone or some people out of a hostile environment. Like, I don't need to say more. So let me talk about what I liked about the movie. I like that there was like a 15 minutes or more scenes of recovery. I mean, they could have just showed them putting his body in a helicopter, then they would do that 9 months later or something like that. But they showed that the road to recovery is not that easy, so that was okay. Secondly, Tyler's motivation for taking this job. Like, nobody in their right mind is going to take this job, especially what happened to them in their last job and they just want to be left alone. The job is about saving his ex-wife's sister, so it's basically family. So it's kind of like a personal job. That is enough fuel in the tank for him. Dear Hollywood, that is what a broken, effective main character looks like. Not some old man that is bitter, giving up on everything, full of regrets, can't really do anything, and is just waiting for the new female lead to come and lecture him on how he's pathetic and should do better. With that, the movie could have shot itself in the ass by making Nick a boring, unrelatable female character that will be there just to virtual signal. Yeah, she can hold her own in a believable way. Yeah, she almost killed herself to even take down one henchman. The bad guys too had one female character. Thank God they did not do in a chaotic battlefield. The only two female characters will magically find themselves and have a fight. Now, this movie knows how to create tension, putting you in a tight environment with a lot of people to fight. That is saying that something is difficult and showing that that thing is truly difficult. The whole prison scene is the most intense action scene we're ever going to get this year. When I did my review of John Wick 4 and I said that there were a lot of meaningless characters that had dialogue that didn't go anywhere, my brother in Christ, Kojivi, the dominant antelope, said that I was wrong because what they were trying to do in John Wick 4 was create tension. People, if you like, drop John Wick at the bottom of the ocean with Poseidon and the Kraken. We will feel bad for Poseidon, the Kraken, and Zeus, because John Wick isn't trapped at the bottom of the sea with them. They are trapped at the bottom of the sea with John Wick. Like, that movie cannot have any semblance of tension. When you have a trained person with a woman who isn't trained and 2 kids in a place where everybody wants them dead, that's tension. Now, there are some people that are trying to point out that Tyler was hiding at the back of a ladder to avoid the helicopter shooting at him. Like that's some kind of flaw of the movie. That is not the case. You always move to your sides even if you don't have cover. If it uses surface around that can get shot, it also impacts the angle of the helicopter gunner. The movie shows how inaccurate helicopters can actually be, especially when hovering. Now, my problem with this movie. First, I would like to thank this movie for doing something unique. When a movie comes out and a character does some dumb shit, in this our day and age, it usually divides people. Some people come to defend that character. That was some dumb shit. But this boy united all of us to be able to agree, yes, this is the reason why rejected spam exists at the spam bank. My problem with this movie is that this boy is supposed to chop even at least 1 slap from his mother. When she found out what he did, she's supposed to turn to Nigerian woman and remove her slippers and be like, hey, this boy has killed me, oh. Literally. Seriously, whoever casted this boy did a good job. Like, I haven't seen a good punchable face like this since Jeffrey from Game of Thrones. The actor did a good job in acting dumb. But this brings me to my biggest problem of the movie. The movie has at least 1 or 2 plot conveniences. I'm supposed to believe people like them Tyler that literally run Black Ops mission for life will have phones that have no protection, no security key that the boy can just carry and call his uncle. The phone was just unlocked for him to call his uncle. Like, how many of you guys have your uncle's number off head? I mean, your father and mother are alive and involved in your life, and apart from their numbers, you have your uncle's number too on your head. Or more, you try you. Plus, I'm having a hard time believing that the main bad guy that was knocked out woke up and was able to get to the roof and shoot Nick's brother in the back. Like, the tailor take the stairs and the bad guy used the elevator. I mean, I'm just saying it's a bit difficult for me to believe that. Plus, Nick telling Taylor to open the door, let her join him to go into the last fight was a bit funny to me. It's a pickup. You can literally jump at the back. I've seen what you can do, so I find it funny. And lastly, the ending was a bit anticlimactic. So this is how the trajectory of the movie went. Woo! Yeah! Hell yeah! Woo! Then after they escaped the hotel, the thing kind of went, woo! Oh yeah. Then the last fight was kind of like this and down. Well, technically Taylor has killed almost all of the bad guys' men, so there's not much for him to continue killing to make it epic. The first fight between Taylor and the main bad guy in the hotel was much better and had tension because glass. That fight is the closest I'm ever going to get to Solid Snake and Frank Yeager fighting hand to hand in a minefield. I know these characters do not look alike, but let me have this please. But at the same time, I do like it that they went to prison at the end. I mean, many movies the characters don't even go to anything close to prison after destroying half the city. But the damage they did in the afternoon, if I was the police chief, even a guard of that church, I'm going to arrest him. So in the end, Extraction 2 is a great movie. It's more enjoyable than John Wick Chapter 4. It's a movie you can watch multiple times back to back, while John Wick 4 is a movie that even if you're going to watch it, you're probably going to skip a lot of shit. So I am rating Extraction 2 with my highest rating. Save it on your system or your hard drive, no matter the size.